for Elizabeth Craft Designs, and I'm knocking over stuff as I say hello. How is everybody? Everybody doing good today? I am looking for my chat and waiting. I am ready for holiday crafting. I've got on my green sweater, got on my cute little candy cane necklace, and I have my holiday watch band on. So I am set. I hope everyone is doing well. I am going to, hey Sandra, there we are. I'm going to just start right off with the big news today and get that out of the way. Hey Nons, hey Joe, Andrea, welcome everybody. Thank you for watching. The big news, if you haven't seen it yet today, hey David, hey David, my sweater isn't on backwards. Hey Belinda, hey Anita. Yes, so Ellen is here, Carla, Chris, hello everyone. Thank you for being here. Mayna is here. Awesome. So the big news, of course, if you haven't seen it, is that Esther's final release with Elizabeth Craft Designs will be in December. And then, very exciting, I will be sort of taking over that planner role and becoming the designer for a new line. Hey, Katie. Thanks, David. A new line that we're going to call Everyday Memories. So everyday elements will dissolve and everyday memories will be the new line. So lots of fun, exciting things to come. Of course, we will miss Esther and her talents, but yeah, very, very excited. And we've gotten such great response from those who did see the news. Um, Talk about sending a girl some love. Very, very good, positive responses. So, oh, I so appreciate it very much because I was very nervous. Big shoes to fill. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Petra. Nicole is here. Yes, don't forget to like, comment, and share, everybody. Candace, Miranda. Um, yes, we will definitely miss Esther for sure. But we do wish her well. I'm sure she's going to succeed in whatever she does in the future. Okay, well, I'm going to make some fun holiday things today. So I'm going to turn the camera around and we'll talk about that. Do a little screen share and get myself in there a little bit better in my little circle. Okay, so we probably saw this little sample when Romantic Revival came out. Just a easy little gift bag. It opens. There's, lots of space inside. And a lot of people ask me, will you be doing a tutorial? Hey, Diane. Yes, it is going to be exciting. Hey, Renee. Ellen Lemon is here. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Thanks, Chris. That really means a lot. So a lot of people asked for a tutorial on this, and I kind of said, well, I did it last year in a video, and I thought it was alive, but it wasn't. It was on my channel. So some people were having trouble finding it. So I thought this would be the perfect time to do this during a live little tutorial. And this is so easy. Joe from Boise, Idaho, welcome. Ans is here. Saskia, I should be on YouTube. I don't see YouTube comments though, just yet. It said I was streaming from both, so you guys will have to let me know. Oh, I don't know about that. So I'm sorry if I'm not. Hey, Kate, welcome. Hey, Dorothy. Eva's here from Belgium. Okay, awesome. Yes, don't forget, like, comment, and share. So these were from last year. Beautiful Bounty and that older release, really cute, super fun. As you can see, once you get started, you just want to make a bunch. So I'll put those on the floor. And we're going to make some holiday versions of this one. Of course, this is made with my brand new Build a Bouquet and my Romantic Revival paper. And let's see, what are we calling it exactly? Let me get it right. The lace, heart, and doily die. We're going to use that today as well, but we're going to use a couple other new dies. So YouTube is probably on private. I had the same issue. Is that something I can fix, David? On my end? If so, I'll do it. Hey, Kathy Carpenter. Welcome. Hey, Anne from Alberta. Of course, we were all just in Banff, and it was beautiful. Had a great time. All right, so yeah, like I said, these are very addictive. So I'm just gonna warn you right now. You can't just, it's like what, Lay's potato chips? Do you guys know that phrase, that little slogan, you can't eat just one? That's how this is gonna be. So I'm just telling you right now. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, super duper easy. Watch how fast this comes together. All right, so you need some coordinating papers. These are all from Beautiful, not Beautiful Bounty, Romantic Revival. And I've picked some sort of Christmassy colors. And so you'll need a big piece, a next piece, a strip, and then this little flap. And I'm going to tell you all the measures and everything that we need. Thank you, Jada. Angelique, hello. Jackie Gerard, hey, how are you? Oh, David, you can do it from your end? Whoa, magic. Marieka, hi, hi. Hello. Nice to see you. Okay, so here we go. Got my little cheat sheet off to the right. And I have my scoreboard. You need a big scoreboard. And so you want to cut a piece that is 12 inches by 6 to start. And this, you make your decision on what do I want the main part of the bag to look like. So I'm going to do this one with this nice green plaid. Belinda says that expression also applies for making shrink plastic. This is very true. Very, very true. Wednesdays wasn't streaming on YouTube either. Interesting. I did not know that. Okay. Well, all right. So 12, 6. We put the 12 across this away and we score at 4 inches. I like to do it twice. Oh, and also, my tip about paper grain? You want to make sure that you're running these score lines with the paper grain. And the way you know the paper grain is by bending the paper. So see how easy it bends that way, but it's sort of resistant this way? I always say that. You guys are probably sick of that tip by now. 4 was the first one, 5 3/4, 9 3/4, and 11 1/2. Okay, I'll put that aside for just a second. We're going to do the very same thing. Now this paper will be your base paper. So you're thinking about this bottom part right here. Okay, this one is also 12 inches. I didn't know about paper grain, Anne. Now you do. Yeah, paper. Well, good. I'm glad you like the reminder, Stephanie, because sometimes we forget and then you go to fold and it cracks. So, but this will really be helpful if you're going to make some of these bags. So the base is 12 inches by 3 1/4 inches, and you're going to score it the same way. So 4, 5 3/4, 9 3/4, and 11 1/2. Okay, then you got one more. You're going to do those same scores too. Now, this doesn't have to be a 1/2 of an inch. This is a 1/2 of an inch because this is on my border paper and that's how wide this is. You could really do any width that you want, but you just have to know that it's going to go above your little, base paper. And you don't have a lot of room to decorate if you make it too thick. So just remember that. Okay, so 4 inches. This one's a little harder to do because it's skinny. 5 3/4, 9 3/4, and 11 1/2. Oh, David says, sorry, Annette, I can't change it. It is not me streaming. Is there anything I can do? Is it hard to explain right now? I could do it. I could do it. Goedenavond allemaal. Corey, hello. Okay, so there's our little accent strip. And then you have a piece like this. And this one measures, this is your little flap that goes on the top. See how it folds over? So this flap is 4 inches by 3 1/2 with the grain. Okay. And at the 3 1/2, you're going to score it in half, which is what? 1 3/4. Okay. So that's going to fold right over the top of the bag. The only other thing I like to do is round these corners a tiny touch. 11 and something. Somebody asked about the measures. 11 1/2. Nicole? What was the 11 and something? 11 and a half was that last one. All right, I'm going to use my medium corner rounder and just round those two front corners. You could do it around the back, but I just do it on the front. Oh yeah, it will be shared on YouTube, so not to worry. Okay, that's all the scoring. That's easy, right? So now I want to fold on my scores. That was a good try of Dutch. Thank you, Patricia. Doing my best. I forget sometimes to gargle that G at the beginning. And I say, guten Abend. And I know that's not right. That doesn't feel right at all. Okay, so I'm going to fold on all these scores now. Good point. Karen Kirkman said, good point. I have no idea. Don't touch anything. Yeah, I'm not touching anything. I think I won't. I think we're okay. And there's Debbie saying hi again. She's learning by careful what we say. Yes. Definitely need to work on it because I got the really great deal from what is it? Rosetta Stone. Goedenavond. Yeah. I got a really great deal on Rosetta Stone, and I picked Dutch as my language, but have I had a chance to even be doing that yet? No. That will have to come. That will definitely have to come. Hey, Robin from Highland, California. Nice to see you. Ivor is from Sweden. Always good to see you here. Italy, Laura Donna. What a beautiful name. Welcome, everybody. All right, so I'm just using, what is this? Gathered twigs to ink my edges. Some of these edges aren't going to matter a lot right now, but like I'm not going to do the bottom yet. And you'll see why in just a sec. So just get the top because this part might show a little bit. And this little side edge. And then the big piece. How is that possible? You have nothing to do. It's been just a tad bit crazy. Crazy busy, but wonderful. Oh, there's Dee. Hi, Dee. Hey, Carol. Just popped in. Welcome, welcome. So it's Friday. Anybody got big plans for the weekend? I know I have to catch up on my memory keeping. I am 3 weeks behind in my weekly memory keeping. I have fans all over the world. Aw, Diane, you're sweet. All right, I am going to ink these little folds real quick. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, now this guy, I said the scoring was all done, but I just remembered there's one more score that we need to do to this one. So we have to turn it in here tall, like so, and we have to give it a 1-inch score all the way down. Almost forgot. Okay, now we're done scoring. Because now we have to do some trimming. And this is where it might be helpful to ink those folds because we have to cut on these lines. And if your paper is really dark like mine, you might not see your score lines that great. I guess I'll be making some Christmas gift bags this weekend. Well, I hope so, Diane. I know you probably have to make a bunch. Okay, so at the base, we have that 1-inch score line I just did, and now we're going to trim a 1/2 inch. Actually, I'm going to do a few cuts here first. So I am going to cut with that 1 inch at the top. I am going to cut on the score line to the 1-inch line. Then I'm going to stop. Okay. And I notice I have flipped this piece from where the other ones are, like this little tab is on the left here, but I think it's still going to be okay. We'll find out. I can always flip the other pieces, so that'll solve that problem. Okay, so when you have this little tab piece over here, this little 1/2 inch that's left, you can cut away that to the score line, cut that away completely. We don't need that. Okay, so now you got something like this, and you can kind of fold on this one. But we have to trim a little bit off of these bigger flaps for it to work with the size bag that we want. So grab you a knife and a ruler, and I'm going to cut 1/2 inch off the base of these 2 wider flaps here. Okay, so I got my big quilting ruler here. I can line right up, hold that tight, and if I'm worried, I can put my little magnets here on my Glassboard Studio, which is awesome because it's magnetic. And I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch off of that, and a 1/2 inch off of this one, and we leave those other skinnier tabs as long as they are. It'll all make sense, I promise. Okay, got that done. Replying to Diane Prince. Me too. Yes. You guys, of course, if you make them, you've got to tag me, all right? Make sure. All right, let me just ink this one. This is our little flap. Make sure everything's inked before we get rolling. Okay, I did these, I did that. Okay, so now that we have this guy with the flap over on the left, this little tabby tab, I'm going to flip this over and flip this over so we do this right. Okay, first things first. Let me look at my little notes, make sure I got everything done, score the flap, put it all together flat. Okay, so when I did this video last year with those other 3 bags I showed you, I put the bag together and then I was trying to get the strip on it, and a viewer actually said, why didn't you put that together like flat, all of it? And I was like, duh, I probably should have done that. Hey, Karina from Denmark. Awesome. I'm looking at there's supposed to be a video on YouTube. Oh, Olivia's asking about YouTube as well. Yeah, we're having a YouTube issue currently. I don't know why, but we were supposed to be live there as well. All right, so I am going to apply glue just to this 1 inch. And I'm not putting glue. I'm going to use my tape runner. I did test this out all flat to make sure that indeed would work. And it worked like a charm. Thank you, Debbie. Debbie likes the new release. Yeah, that's awesome to hear. Okay, so we are going to take this guy, and for me it's easier to work upside down with everything so I can see where I'm working. But now you're going to take your big bag paper and go just above your 1 inch score line there and glue all this down. Okay. So that's how that looks. Beautiful. And then we'll do the same with this guy. Score tape, of course, would be great here if you have some. But this works just as well. You could use liquid glue, of course. That part doesn't really matter for this. Okay. And now this one gets butted right above your base paper. Yep. Just checking my little folds and scores to make sure I'm lining up. Okay. Super easy, right? Good morning, Anne. Is it morning? Maybe you just got up. Are we getting a sneak peek at the end? Who asked me that? I'm looking for that. It went away really quick. Yeah, who's going to be in charge of reminding me? Hey, Lisa. Yeah, we do get a sneak peek. Yeah, who's going to remind me? Who's in charge? let me know. Okay, I think at this point, we will put our little flap on. It's a little easier to do when it's flat as well. So the only thing you have to keep in mind is I like to have this little extra flap on the back side. Like I always want to know what's the front of my bag, what's the back. So that tells me that this flap with this rounded corner is going to go on this panel back here. So now that we know that, we can put adhesive on this bottom half only. And be generous because, you know, you don't want it falling apart on your family or whoever you're going to give this to. Okay. And like I said before, I like to flip it so that I can see where I'm going. So I'm just going to do this here. Right below that score and fold. Take your time. No need to rush. Okay. It's evening in Denmark. Yeah, I'm sure it is. It's still morning in California. Oh, I guess it is. Like 11. Yeah. Is that right? Oh. Okay, we're ready to go. All right, so now I'm going to put adhesive on this. And, you know, these two little extra tabs, they have it